It's your boy Revolutionary Cuz. I am your favorite freedom fighters, favorite freedom fighter, thugging it everywhere. Don't believe me? Ask that bitch nigga about me. You dig? Okay. Now, whether you want to agree or not, that nigga Vlad is a motherfucking instigator. Pardon me. But yeah, man. Like, recently with this Crunchy Black interview, I feel like he just bringing up old shit in the nigga life, trying to re-spark any type of friction with 666. With Crunchy Black said, he'll still body a nigga for a nigga. I feel like he trying to get him to incriminate himself about old shit that he did. Like, we know Crunchy was a wild nigga. We get that. Talking about how he shot niggas. You don't think niggas remember that this nigga did some shit to them back in the day? You probably want this nigga, and then you just reignited this thought back in their mind. Now, this nigga got beef that he done forgot about. Anything can happen. Now I feel like he's poking knee like the balloon with this Boosie and Webby shit. Like, Vlad is like one of the very few niggas that, Boosie is giving access to this during this quarantine shit. So yeah, niggas know there's been some issue between Webby and Boosie. So like call Ace of Spade an Ace of Spade. And I mean, like, he just finally came out like, what is the relationship? The past couple of interviews, he'd been like poking at the situation, but he didn't really ask direct questions because that's how much of a whole nigga Vlad is. He's never direct with his shit. Like, come on, Vlad. That's some whole shit, my nigga. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he goes on in another segment. I'm not sure if in the same segment, but he's talking about Young Chop. I don't care what no nigga say. Young Chop ain't starved no dog. That nigga was cooking for that dog like he was cooking for himself, nigga. Somebody planted that dog on that nigga. He goes saying, how, Chop called nigga police. Nigga just gonna say that shit for no reason, nigga. You may not be no on-duty police officer with a walkie-talkie and a badge and shit, but you definitely call and tell pro. Like, you definitely a government implant used to set up our black people. Ain't no conspiracy. They want a little fame and fortune, taking to sell your soul. But you gotta give up something, your freedom or your life. How many people they feel like Vlad set them up, or people feel like Vlad set them up? From AR Ab to Rallo to a few other musicians that was on Vlad. Like, I know I ain't the first nigga that feel like this. There's a lot of niggas that fuck with Vlad. Like, no, you're not the police because you're not worth anything yet. You're not worth anything yet for a nigga to feel like he gonna be able to sell you. Real shit though. Real culture vulture. And there's always some white or some Asian or a female that represents our rap and hip hop culture. What about one of the gangsters? When we have a real nigga represent our brand. Like, these motherfuckers out here putting in work in the streets. 692, call and tell pro. Ain't no conspiracy. But yeah, Vlad is always trying to, start up beef and shit. Like, we need to stop that shit. We need to end that shit. We need more love within our people, within our culture. And then Boosie goes on saying, I guess he was basically saying he was too wild. He was on some Beanie Siegel Rockefeller shit. Like, the promoter, you can't blame the promoter. You gotta blame him technically. Basically, at the end, he's like, fuck that. If they ain't gonna sign you, come to me. I'll sign you. Why you ain't been chop it up with a nigga like, yo, I know you fucked up. Yada, yada, yada. I'll put some bread in your pocket. Come do a couple shows. And then Vlad is like, I don't know if it's true, but Webby's been wilding with the girls. He basically wanted to say he was pimping these bitches. They was prostituting. Like, that's basically what he was getting at, realistically. Like, why are you trying to set a nigga up like that, Vlad? Like, you trying to clown a nigga, but you want to say that shit to his face? Like, yo, me and Webby used to be cool. I hope he's gonna be all right. Like you starting shit between two long childhood friends and shit. But this shit y'all crackers do. Divide and conquer, right? That shit crazy. And niggas eat this shit up like it's bubble gum. There's something wrong with what I'm saying, right? Think about it. Got it? Cool. Moving forward. But yeah, it's very entertaining. But nah, this nigga's definitely the root of all evil. So, go support those real outlets, those real ones, not these academics, these Adam 22s, these oddballs. I fuck with King's Cash. He's a little funny, but he's been going off with his topics and shit, dig? Like the real media outlets, y'all niggas don't fuck with. Y'all want to support these weirdos and shit. But I ain't gonna talk your motherfucking head off. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Follow me on Instagram, Revolutionary Cuz, like the Facebook fan page, The Revolutionary Cuz Show. Until next time, smoke for your boy. Triples.